Okay.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Bitch Dollars Podcast. It's your girl P, and today I got the porn rap star himself in the building on the Smokers Lounge podcast, Bobby Lucas.
Hello, everybody. I am so happy to be here because I've been watching this lady on YouTube and had her on my show a couple of times. And man, I've been waiting to get on your show, baby girl. I love your show. I love it.
Yeah,
And
I'm
you
glad
look so pretty on camera. Looking
Thank
out
you.
so gorgeous.
Well, yeah, I'm glad I finally got you on my podcast. Welcome to Do Weeks of Dollars.
No, I'm glad to be here at this piece. Yes.
So, how are you doing
And you got me
today?
on Zoom. Oh, I'm doing good. Just on break from work. You know what I'm saying? I told my boss, look, I got something important I need to do. So I'll be back around 5-ish, 5:30.
Okay.
I'm going to take off. I had to come. Look, this podcast, this is my main career. Anything to do with podcasts, hey, the job takes a back seat. And it's your show? You think I'm going to miss being on your show?
Oh. Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
No doubt.
Yes.
So how you been? How's your day been?
Try not to be in a fucked up mood.
Oh my God, baby girl, don't give me PSD. I said I'm gonna tell you. I said you gave me PSD yesterday, right?
I mean, because everybody, I don't think people understand just how many people hit me up. And the people I consider my friends, I don't want to ignore y'all, but I gotta let y'all know, a bitch is in a bad mood now. I gotta get my coin.
Yeah, because I mean, people realize it's like, even with me, not every day is sunny anyway. And so, and two, I'm one of them people that hate people to begin with. So it's like when you in that mode that you don't feel like being bothered like that when everybody and their mama want to call your ass.
Yeah.
You just want to be left alone.
Everybody around the same time. And then, I can't really smoke right. My taste is off.
Oh my God, you ain't got that COVID, do you?
I didn't get tested, but probably so.
Oh my God. Look, I'm gonna tell you what was funny. I worked 3 days. No, I went 4 days before I got tested. And probably wouldn't have got tested if the lady, Miss Pam from my job, didn't look at me and say, you know something, you just look terrible, son. Come here.
Mm-hmm.
And then she gave me the test and told me to go home. And I was like, and I felt bad too, because I went 2 years without catching it. And then all of a sudden I had it,
Yeah.
So that mask is very important. Very important.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. So, who is the porn rap star?
Well, I am now officially retired as a porn star, but I was a porn star for 15 years, and before that, I did music. Okay. I was a rapper. I guess I could begin there. I started rapping in '94 in college as just a whim, Okay. Just playing around with it. And then I got back home and found out that my boys, they rap. The guys I grew up with, Campus Hills, shouts out to them. And we started our group, what have you. And we had great success. I mean, I don't necessarily brag about it as much, but I'm talking about we opened up for Nelly, Rough Riders, and Jay-Z.
Okay.
We opened up for the Coco Bras, aka Gunsmith and Wessons. We opened up for Petey Pablo, as well as Pastor Troy. Mm-hmm. And then one of our homies, one of the guys, actually ended up getting a deal with Ice Media, and this guy named Reggie Miller. And he did songs with Me the Mafia. He did songs with Flip, Bone Crusher. He had the opportunity to do a song with Jeezy, but he turned it down. That's a story for another day. and a life lesson with that too. And we was mentioned in the Source magazine. Me personally, as a single, as a solo artist, I was mentioned in Down magazine when that was popping. Mm-hmm. And I threw shows, opened up for some people myself, and I was considered next to blow. And then porn fell into my lap.
So how does porn just fall into your lap? Well, tell me
Well,
about that.
in
You
the
was
midst of me,
attracting all the girls.
well, I was getting pussy before porn. I mean, I tell any dude, if you can tell the dudes in porn, me and the porn stars, no disrespect, me and the male times, they kind of lames. And you can tell the ones that were getting pussy before porn and that needed pussy through porn. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So with me, I wasn't looking to be male talent. I was more trying to be behind the scene, help girls get work. And I started noticing how a lot of producers were taking advantage of the girls. Like they'll do content trade when they give them their content, fuck them over this, that, and the third. So, and I talked to a lot of the mainstream producers, and they were already ahead of, they knew what was coming. They knew that this day, like here about the content creator, was coming. Mm-hmm. And they were already telling me, tell your girls, film their own shit, put out their own. Simple as that. They was back in 2006, they were saying this. You know, so they knew it was coming because the money was drying up for paid shoot. There used to be a time where girls were getting 1,000. They go to Hollywood, they're barely getting 3. They go to Hollywood, they used to be able to stay there for a week, 2 weeks, come home with about 50, 60 grand. Some girls even did 80 grand. No bullshit. Now, of course, we know they fucked up the money. We probably know how they did it.
Yeah.
That's a story for another day. But that's what they were telling me, because I would try to get, don't bring her out here. He was like, the most she might get is maybe 2 or 3 scenes. That ain't shit. That's $900. What the fuck is that? Yeah. And even back then, TTS was like $250. Back in 2008 with $250. So yeah. So, and even back then they kind of did it, except the health department. Many companies did it, especially on the East Coast, what have you. Mm-hmm. So it went from me helping girls bring to the business to, okay, they need to get content. And how I fell into it was, there was a talent that I was working with, male talent that I was helping. And he had booked this girl named Miss Simone. And she wanted another male talent to shoot with, and she suggested me. And I said, well, ma'am, I'm not male talent. I said, I'm not looking in front of the camera. And we had a deal where I was supposed to do her website, because I also help girls get their website, they build their websites and the whole nine. And she was going to pay me $300 a month. So she was like, here's the choice. You either be male talent and I come down there and we can do this business where I'm paying for this website, or you don't and I'm not coming. So I had a long chit chat with this girl named Black Asia when I was doing the blue collar babe street team, where I had models from all over the world sending me pictures and also helping me promote my music, and I was promoting them. I had a conversation with her because she did porn mainstream. Like she shot with, Julian St. Jock, I mean that's his name, Cock, Shawn Michaels, and many of those guys. Okay. And she told me, she said, well, why don't you do it? I said, I ain't got the dick size. I don't think I got a big enough dick. She said, I've seen it. You're perfect. I said, no, I'm not. Yes, you are. She said, you a strong 9.5, you thick and curved hair, you bigger than some of the niggas that done fucked me on camera. And I said, fine, I'll do it. So I went and got my health department test. Lady came in, I shot with her first on that Friday. And then the other dude shot with her that Saturday. And things went left, and I learned my first lesson in the game about paperwork, because I didn't know nothing about 2257 model release form. So she had my content. She had his content. She didn't get no paperwork from me, but she got paperwork from him. So I was like, she was like, well, you can't put up my scene. I said, why I can't put up your scene? She was like, no 2257 my release form. I said, hey, get the fuck out of here. So one of my homies, or one of my mentors, told me to go listen to this lawyer. And he did an interview. I can't remember where it was at. And he was an actual industry lawyer. That's why I tell people, when you break into this industry, know your laws too. Because a lot of people don't understand how content trade works. They don't understand what trademark works and the whole nine. Yeah. And I found out I ain't got that 2257. I ain't got the my release form. I can't put up shit. So from that day forward, I made sure to always have that. That was the first lesson that I learned in this business.
Okay.
And it was my first scene too. I was like, damn, here's the sad part. I still got the motherfucker on my hard drive. I can't even use it. I got it on my hard drive. I be looking every day like, I wonder when she see it. Because it's my first one, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
And
that
then,
incident didn't like discourage you from doing porn. You just found another talent to shoot with, or what happened
yeah,
after that?
yeah, because after that, I ended up, like, I found a couple of ladies here and there by hitting them via Twitter, and then, of course, sexyjobs.com.
Mm-hmm.
And I started working with them. And my goal was, back in 2006, 2007, 2008, women came into business looking for a producer to work with because we played the intermediate to the big companies. We were the ones the big companies go look at. They hit us up and say, okay, which one of these girls should we work with?
Okay.
Like, for example, BBW Highway, shouts out to Ken. He was one of the intermediates. I was one of the intermediates. Busty Baby Dolls back in the day and Cyber Sensations. Because what we did, we shot the girls first and we prepped them for the industry. And we got them work through our contacts with the industry. Like I had contacts with Evasive Angles, Heat Wave Film, Black Ice Film, West Coast Production, companies in New York as well as Florida. At one time, I did actually had connects with Sensational Videos before Clint took over. Because I sent the girl down there. You know, period. And I help girls find work. I help them film their content. I help them promote their content. And also I help them distribute it and make money. You know, period. Like I done help girls get nominated for numerous awards. I hate I ain't getting none of one though. I wanted that win for them.
Yeah. You know what? I know my friends are going up for awards and stuff. I be rooting them on, promoting them, be like, come on, y'all need to win. I had 2 friends that was just nominated for AVN this year.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, because being nominated, I mean, honestly, the awards don't really mean jack, but it's really more about the cachet. And it's also geared to producers somewhat a map of who's next to go after, who to go hit, who's hot to go shoot. You know, period. And so it's like I tell anybody, whether you nominated or you win is a good thing because now you're on the radar.
Yeah.
And that even goes for the BBW awards. Like, trust me, the main industry, they look at like who wins the BBW awards, who's hot, this, that, and third. You know, period. Think about it.
Is BBW awards about to come back around? Ain't it about that?
I haven't heard anything. I hope it does because I feel BBWs need that spotlight.
Yeah.
You know, like I hate that Urban X doesn't even do anything anymore because that was one of the mainstream awards back in the day that highlighted BBWs. You know, they had an award for BBWs. I never forget when Superstar Triple X won one year, and then Farrah Fox won one year. The funny part, go ahead.
Oh, I feel like it's time for somebody else to put in another award system. There's always hope that I got to a level where I could do it because I feel like you need to have more girls of different size, shapes, and colors. Because we're still seeing the same kind of winners. Like you can't have some little small petite girl win best booty of the year, you know?
Yeah, or biggest tits.
Yes.
Really? There's a girl over there with Z tits, but you're gonna give it to these D cup.
Yeah.
That's it. Come on.
And then for content creators too, because yes, we do have the Cam Awards, but there's so many other I say the sex work is like an umbrella, right? So you have all these categories from the escorts to the call girls to cam girls, phone sex operators. You have so many other things that I feel like do need its recognition, not just porn, you know?
Yeah. But see, I think what it is that, well, the BB side of it, the BBW side of it, they never wanted the big girls to have a seat at the table because they didn't fit the quote unquote AVN look. Fake boobs, fake tits, small, way about 110 pounds, you know. And what's funny from my experience in 15 years, and I dare anyone to challenge me, BBWs make more money in the industry than any other size girl. Let's keep it 100.
Yeah, that category.
They do. Yeah, they do. Because even to the point of whether you want to count camming, content, or even you want to go down the road of escorting, they make more money. And also the BBWs, if people paid attention, were the trendsetter for porn for the past 2 decades.
Yeah, I believe
period.
It.
Because the first ones that were doing content trade and was content creators in porn was the BBWs, because there wasn't a lot of work for them.
Oh yeah, so they had to make that kind of lane for themselves. And there is a few who would you say paved the way for the BBWs in your opinion?
Elizabeth Rowland, Miss Caution, Crystal Clear, the one and only Platinum Pussy. I remember when Platinum Pussy started. And she was the one that gave the cam house, the only BBW cam house. You know, period. Senate Kisses, Farrah Fox. Actually, if we want to be honest, Crystal Clear coined the phrase BBW. BBW was never a thing. It was never in porn. You was porn star. There was no subsection of porn. Porn was porn. But when she got in the game, she became BBW, which is funny because the phrase that she coined, the phrase that she hates now, which is sad.
BBW? Why she doesn't like the term?
I don't know. Because to me, it was like, I remember seeing a post, she said she didn't like being called a BBW. You know, period. Which is funny. She became the quintessential BBW, like everybody wanted to shoot with her. You know, she was even in one of Kevin Hart's comedy specials.
Really?
You know how they have like they have a little extra skit. This dude, Kevin Hart, was talking to the dude, kicked open the door with a boom box, and she was right behind him in some fishnet looking all sexy. He said, yeah, let's get the party started, because she's supposed to be the stripper. But the BBW game has came a long ways. And like I said, they were the original content creators. So all you girls is on OnlyFans talking about 1%, you need to tip a BBW, because they the reason why y'all that 1%.
Yeah. So, okay, so how was your career in porn? How many years were you officially in it?
I was in it for 20 years, 15 is talent. And I didn't push myself as a male talent. I pushed the girls. I always felt that there's a blueprint to being successful in porn for any woman or any man. And it's one, you need a resident male talent. That's a talent that you work with on a regular basis that gives the fans regularity. Because the fans like regularity. If people don't believe they don't like regularity, why do we have sitcoms? You know what I'm saying? When you think about the Big Bang Theory, they bring a special guest on, but you're looking for, you know, Penny and Leonard and all that, you know, period. They want regularity. To my Star Wars fans, they wanted to see more Luke. They wanted regularity because that's the regularity for them. So you need a regular male talent. One, you know him, you trust him. Plus, he might be one of the male talents that you can do role play with. You can work with him any kind of way. And then you reach out to more the other established male talents for you to gain your cachet. Because the whole point of this is to film, to get content. The more content you have, the better off you are. Because you never know what happens in life. You don't ever want to be in a position where they thought you in a way, because they'll forget you quick.
Yeah. It's definitely like the rap world too. You gotta stay pushing out scenes, and whatever kind of content you make, you gotta just be consistent with it, because if not, you're gonna be forgotten. And this industry is oversaturated, so you gotta make a name for yourself.
And see it too. It was like, because I didn't go travel, I wasn't how can I put this? I was the most unknown known, because I didn't run in cliques. I didn't chase behind the other male talents trying to do their coattail.
Uh-huh.
But because I didn't want to go out to Hollywood because I didn't like the way they work. I didn't like the way they shoot. Me, I rather for me and you, if we're filming, to control the flow than the director.
Yeah.
Because you'll kill the vibe quick. Like me and you might be getting into it. You might be riding. I'll be like, yo, let's switch. And you be like, you don't overhear me. You just keep going. Like, I'm just going to let you keep going. Not the director. Hold up. Stop. It's been 5 minutes on the ride. Okay. Hold that pose. We need to take this picture. Okay. We need to do doggy now. You know what I'm saying? Because the way they used to do was 5 minutes this, 5 minutes that, 5 minutes this. And to me, I didn't like the way they film. I like the way the East Coast film, where the director don't say shit. He just let y'all go. So, and like I said, my thing was to get the girls on, because I looked at it like this. If I blow a girl up, it's going to attract more girls to come work with me, because it was about building a company, having a bunch of girls, because also having a bunch of girls, I used to throw parties, private set parties where the girls stripped and made good money. You know, period, VIP in the whole nine. So in order for me to do that, I have to have girls that I can call upon.
Yeah.
And that was the reason why I was building that up like that. You know, period. Also try to build a porn community in North Carolina, which is difficult as fuck, damn near impossible, to be honest with you.
You ain't never came out here?
I've never been to Vegas. I plan to come though. And when I come, me and you gonna pod. I'm gonna
what
do
about
photo
Houston?
shoot with
You know, I'm in Houston.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I need to go out to Houston.
Yeah.
I need to go out to Houston. Once again, I'm gonna say this again. If I come out to Houston, we're gonna pod, we're gonna do a photo shoot, we're gonna hang out.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But Houston, I know Houston, y'all coming up a little bit. Y'all coming up. For what I see, I be seeing a lot of time come from out of there. And then of course y'all got Buddha. You know what I'm saying? Buddha Bang Brothers.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, Houston is definitely coming up on sex world, the music scene, just overall.
Okay, first of all, we're not gonna say y'all just coming up on Houston. See, I was smoking.
I see. I wish I could. I'm so bad.
I would pass you the screen if I could. Do not say y'all just coming up when y'all had motherfucking the Ghetto Boys, Get Out of Here, and Scarface. What? The first gangster rap song that I fell in love. It wasn't NWA. No. Call me, yeah. Call me the gangster love. What? Scarface, Bushwick Bill, and then of course I love my man Paul Wall. Paul Wall was my shit.
Oh yeah.
My shit. Oh, you know what I'm saying? Slim Thug and all that and stuff. So yeah, I always wanted to come out to Houston. I have yet to get off the East Coast. The most I've done has been in New York. I've been in Miami. That ain't shit. But I know this year I hope to travel. I definitely want to travel towards you, you know, because I got people out there that I could interview. Vegas as well as Atlanta. I'm talking to my man Ty. I might be going with him to the Miami Exotica or what have you. Which is gonna be weird. Which is gonna be weird because I'm going there to pod, not to film. So that's gonna be weird.
Okay, so I said this year I'm gonna get out to at least 2 of them. And I want to go to Chicago, and I want to go to Miami.
Oh my goodness. Chicago is off the fucking meat rack from what I've seen and heard with the pictures. Straight up. Like, I do want to go to Chicago. I want to catch Chicago one year.
Yeah.
And that one in New Jersey is for the BB dubs, because Midwest and Northeast, and you can say South too, love big girls. Like Chicago, man, it was like all the top BBW porn stars were there. Plus a lot of them from the Midwest, you know. So yeah, but Miami is all right. The one I went to, but New Jersey, that shit was lit, yo. That shit was lit.
I just think for the budget, Miami and Chicago will be the easiest for me to get to. So that's why I picked them too. But yeah, so okay. What got you, when did you start your podcast?
I started in 2019.
Okay.
Actually. Well, no, not 2019. My bad. See, that shows you how old I am. I lose days and years
Oh,
because I
me
be so
too.
goddamn busy.
Yeah.
Episode I think it is a Monday, goddamn it's a Tuesday, like or a Wednesday. I'm like, damn, where the week go?
Yeah.
But no, to answer your question, it was in 2020. I was contemplating retirement because at the time I just was losing. I was losing my interest in it, of being male talent.
Why?
Uh, one, hard to find people to work with, and it was becoming harder. That's the reason number one.
Okay.
Because no one, I don't live in an area where talent frequent. Like you probably have more people in Houston that if you did boy girl, you could touch way more than I do in North Carolina. So that means I
Okay.
would have to do a lot of traveling.
Okay.
So or paying to bring somebody here. And now is that the reason why I did not travel, so people can understand. I know people, why he didn't travel? He could have went to. I had a
Yeah.
cameraman. What I need to travel for? I got a cameraman. I had a cameraman. I had a complete cameraman to myself who actually shot for major companies. So why would I need to go to somebody when I can bring them to me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I got a cameraman here. He's legitimate. Plus, he got contacts to get her work. He's an experienced cameraman. And yo, I made money with, making money with him. Period.
Mm-hmm.
I worked with him for 13 years. First 2 years, it was POV. But
Mm-hmm.
so finding talent was becoming a nuisance. And then when I did land shoots and got to the point where I was ready to travel or what have you, things happened that caused me to have to cancel the trip. Like I supposed went to Pittsburgh to work with somebody. It was towards the beginning of the year, and money wasn't right. And my mom always told me, you don't go nowhere unless you got money in your pocket because you never know what happens. You want to be able to get home.
Okay. Speaking
Period.
of, there was a situation like this today with there's a certain talent, and I guess she was off doing her, let's see, meetup kind of thing, and
Okay.
she got robbed.
Ooh.
And she in way in a whole nother state. She lived in this other state, and I think the people in like the porn community were trying to help her get back home. It just happened today. So it's like you never know what's gonna happen. So you gotta make sure your money's good or that you're able to get to some money if you're not at home.
Yeah. And then on top of that, this is content trade, period. So I got to cover your travel, cover your hotel. A lot of cases, cover your food because we done had girls come down here that were broke. I'm sitting there like, I told you I had money for food. Well, I wasn't able to make any money. So now I got to feed you. I got to leave you a stipend. You feel what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Then, of course, because I don't know how candid I can be, so I'm going to pretty it up. They want to work also. So, and you're not bringing nothing to the table other than your good coochie. And you're getting as many scenes as me. Actually, probably get to use them before I do because the way I work, the girls' scene will go on their site first. And then I sit back and look at which one's hot, and then I put it on my site. Okay. So like I had girls that came and worked with me and had 60 scenes that was completely to their damn sales almost. And some of it and some of the scenes I still ain't even touched because even though we might have fell out, I try to keep my word.
Yeah.
We might have fell out. You know what I'm saying? So like even with one girl, we shot in 2008. I just put up her shit. You know what I'm saying? And the stuff that I told her that was going to go strictly to her shit. You feel what I'm saying? But hell, she ain't even in the business no more, so I don't think she cares. But
so where do you post your content? Mostly on mini-vids? I think that's where I was looking through your work.
I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere. Midi-vids, X videos, cooks for sale, excitebunny.com. You know what I'm saying? I had to shout them out. Loyal fans. God, Jesus, it was X-Hamster Premium. Now it's Fap House, Unlock Me. Yeah, that's it for right now, I think.
Okay.
I might have forgot some shit, to be honest with you. And I have a standalone site. Oh, I forgot I also have Black Bull Sessions, which is on Model Central.
Okay.
So yeah. I learned from my music days, you want to be everywhere.
Yeah.
You want to be everywhere because every site has different traffic.
Mm-hmm.
And you have some people, we talking about men here. I do not care if they're homosexual, heterosexual. We are some stubborn creatures, and we're creatures of habit. You have a dude that will rather go to OnlyFans than to go to your mini vids. It's no logical reason of why. He just like OnlyFans better than mini vids. You get what I'm saying? Plus, certain sites allowed you to be able to catch surfers. You get what I'm saying? People who, they're just looking. That's all they're doing. They're just looking. Mm-hmm. And then they run across Paislee. They see that pretty smile, that big booty. Then they go in, they look, they see her playing with herself, what have you. And then they subscribe. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Period. So I learned that a long time ago. Because even with them, like with Christopher said, I've been with them since the beginning of my career.
Okay.
And then like I even had this thing called Kink Bomb. I think I still got it. I just don't ever check it. I don't think I make money with it. That's why I would check it, You know how it is. You forgot about that thing and then you get an email saying you got a sale. You're like, wait a second, let me go see what's going on over here.
There's been a couple sites like that. I'm just like, I ain't making no money there. Then it's like, oh, okay, well.
No, the real one is when you get the check from that mug. You forgot about it, got a check. You're like, wait a second, where did $300 come from? Wait. Oh, I forgot about that. I might need to start tweeting that.
Yeah. So do you feel like being in the industry helped your podcast out on being able to guest?
Yes. One, because you have to be able to talk to people to get people to work with you, especially me being a dude. Mm-hmm. Because we got to do more to reaching out than the women do. And we also got to have that fine line of thirsty, professional. Because with me, I don't want you to think that I'm thirsty.
So how do you balance that? Because, you brought up a good point.
Keep it straight lace. Because I can sit here and like someone would say that might have got an attitude with me. I was just thinking about something today where it was a tweet that you had where you say you hate when people try to tell you what to do or what have you. Oh, my one thing is I hate when people try to tell me how to run my business. And when it comes to this podcast, people don't realize, and you know this, it takes a lot. Energy, focus, work, and thought. Yeah. Because as a host, you got to think on the fly. Yeah. You got to think on the fly. You got to promote the podcast. You got to edit the podcast. You got to drop it. And it got to be regular. You know what I'm saying? Like with me, some people got a monthly podcast. I practically became a weekly podcast. No, not weekly. A weekly. Some people have a weekly. I became almost a daily. Yeah. Because I got stuff they're dropping every day. Yeah. So, same. So to me, when it comes to when someone sit there and say to me, ask me, like, for example, when the episode coming out? Now, the way that I work, my interviews are for specific days because I don't want to drown out my podcast with interviews. Yeah. Feel me? Okay. Apparently, if you tell somebody that, look, your shit gonna drop probably in about 2 months. And then they get an attitude and say to you, well, damn, if I'd known that, I would have done your podcast. One, you make me feel fucking bad as shit that I even asked your ass to come on my podcast. Because no disrespect, I don't mean, and I say this for any podcaster, We don't need y'all. Y'all need us because we have the bigger medium. We touch more people. Baby girls on YouTube. There's more people on YouTube than it is on motherfucking OnlyFans.
Yeah.
It's more people on YouTube than in your IG live. There's more people on YouTube than it is on your what your following you on Twitter.
Yeah.
Plus, it's putting you in a different lane because the people that's following you, that's going on your OnlyFans, that is going on this site, that's following you because of porn.
Yeah.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? So you're only catching them. When you're on a YouTube, when you doing a podcast, you're on Spotify, think about it. YouTube has everything on there.
Yeah.
So you might catch someone that don't even watch porn. They see your interview or they hear your interview. Ooh, they like your voice. They like how you sound and how you talking. You know, especially when the female know how to paint the picture. If you get me.
Yeah.
You know. And then he goes, check out your shit. And you get a subscriber.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? It's called promotion. It's called putting myself in an arena, in a broader arena than where I'm already at.
Okay.
You know, period. So to me, it's kind of like the ladies like you, Lily Craven, Alexis Texas. I found she got a damn a podcast. I was like, oh shit, her shit. I want to be where she at. She interviewed athletes and shit. Shit.
But
you
see,
ain't
and that's one thing.
Now.
I've been seeing her podcast. I didn't want to just interview sex workers. I want to be like super well-rounded. So that's why when I started, I wasn't really interviewing sex workers. I was interviewing rappers and musicians and chefs and just everything else. Now, lately, I've done a lot of porn stars. I've been getting a lot of them. But I told myself, okay, well, I'm about to finish that up because I need to move on to other categories. So I don't just want sex workers, you know?
Yeah.
I find it's like, good to be well-rounded.
Oh yeah, because even with me, like I had the pleasure of interviewing Chris Andler. Excuse me, did I say it right? And Linder, that's it. And he is a director for a Netflix film called The Old Ways. Okay. And me and him chopped it up about his movies. And he's an independent director. He broke down to me how the hell he distributed the movie and how he got it on Netflix in the first place. You know, period. You want to be well-rounded. You want to expand your repertoire. Even, it's like, I look at, like, some of the people that I look at when I move. Joe Buttons, I call them mentors from afar. Joe Buttons, Mandy B, Paislee Hayes, my man Omari Rebel from Tribe Chat. Okay. I even look at Tasha K and Storm Monroe. And I watch how they move with the podcast and stuff like that. You have your core stuff that you're known for, but you also have other stuff to expand your repertoire that would bring in more fans to what you're doing, you know, period. Because it's like, for example, like you interviewing a rapper, it's going to introduce you to the rap community, which is going to bring more listeners. So that means when you do a sex worker episode, more listeners listen to the sex worker episode, which might benefit her, and at the same token, educate them on our world. Because everybody wants to, because I don't know anyone noticed, people want to know what we do. It ain't no longer, oh, you do porn, like, oh, you do porn. Tell me about it.
Yeah, they want to know everything.
Yeah. You know,
people are very curious about it.
Yeah. So that's the reason why these podcasts, these spaces and all that is important, because you had such an influx of people that came in because of OnlyFans, but they came in the wrong way because they had the misconception that this was easy. Yeah. All she doing is playing with her coochie. All she doing is playing with her coochie. I could do that. You know how women think? They be sitting there looking at you like, she ain't all that. I could do what she doing. I got a fat ass. I got bigger tits.
And then they come here and they see how hard the work is and how much you have to market and how much energy you have to give to your fans when you start building up a fan base, how many platforms you have to be on, distributing your content, making time to broadcast live, and so on.
Yeah.
Keeping up with your outfits, keeping your feet done. These bitches don't keep their feet done. Like,
oh, babe, they don't look, they don't wear heels. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm a man. Porn stars should wear heels. Not all the time, but should. Because people don't realize that is the quintessential tool uniform for a sex symbol. And that's what you're striving to be when you're doing this.
Yeah.
Even in podcasting, let's keep it 100. The hottest podcasters are fine as shit. They're gorgeous. They go now. The dudes, I don't know what to say about that, but the women, that's all I'm gonna say. Smoke that over. Smoke that over.
Ooh. So I like to educate people on hygiene. I like to talk about hygiene a lot because I feel like that's like really important. So what kind of advice do you give to the male talent as far as hygiene, showing up to shoots with these girls? Because I've heard some stories.
Well, I tell people this: it's prep from the Monday to the day that you shoot. So they say you're supposed to shoot on Thursday. One is on the mental side of things, right? You got to get your mind right because this is getting in front of the camera. This ain't having sex behind closed doors. You got to pay attention to angles. You also got a cameraman that might be right pressed against you. Like he's about to screw you because he's trying to get that over the head for that doggy. And you know what I'm saying? Plus on top of that, the air conditioner off because that camera microphone might just catch it. Because I mean, because trust me, it means some times where it's like 98 degrees outside. My cameraman was like, "We gotta cut off the AC." I'd be like, "Come on, bro. Don't do this to me, bro."
Yeah. For sure, it's getting hot.
Oh God. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you see me again?
Yeah.
Okay then. So it's kind of like that's one. Two, you need to shower, wash up before the shoot, after each shoot, the whole nine. You know, period. I even tell dudes, no, bring your own rag. Don't do no rag. We're talking about soap. We're talking about soap. And then of course, you talk about the juices, because one, if she's gonna taste your cum, you don't want her to have that bitter taste. So, and also, like I said, just wash your ass, be clean, get a haircut. Period. Because women, y'all got to do a little bit more than what we have to do.
Yeah.
Period. So, but us, it's about the mental prep for us because we have to keep it hard on camera, pop on cue.
Yeah.
And that's difficult.
That's hard.
And like I said, depending on the level you is in this business, the level depends on how many people might be in the room. I done seen dudes actually, this is funny as hell, where this guy supposed to been shooting with a chick, and it was one of the girls that I had that was working underneath me. And of course, out of respect, I step out. There's male time respect because sometimes you see another male in the room or whatever can throw you off. I understand anxiety, all that shit. You don't realize porn stars, we do have anxiety.
Yeah.
It's a real, it's a panic attacks are real. So stop playing with us. And my man Al told Al, cause I ain't mean to say his name, excuse me. My man, he comes and be like, yo, you ain't gonna believe this shit. Dude can't get the hard. I said, come on. Now, mind you, this is, I'm sitting there like, wait a second. How you can't get it fucking hard? This and that. We done, we done seen him do some shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Should have known, because when we did see him, he did have some difficulty, and he was with his girlfriend. But anyway, that's a story for another day.
Yeah.
So he asked my man Al, can you step out the room? And he used the camera. Try to do a POV, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guess what actually happened? Do you think he got that accomplished?
What happened?
Bob had to step in. Now, mind you, Bob wasn't prepared to shoot that day. Actually, I took off that day so she could shoot completely with him. So I had to step in and shoot 4 scenes that day. So me and myself, like I said, now I got to get up, go take a shower, wash up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, by the way, I didn't bring my outfits. I didn't plan any scene. For me, I plan everything out to the T, like what we're gonna do, what type of scene is gonna be. I tell you what it's gonna be, what outfit you might want to bring, or what have you, because a certain look that I want for that scene. Mm-hmm. If I want you to be a nurse, boom. If I want you to be, whether it's the section nurse or you actually wearing scrubs.
Yeah.
Actually, I kind of like the scrubs myself, because scrubs are very underrated for showing off the booty. I'm just saying. I'm just
they
saying.
do. If you got a cute little shape.
Yes, Lord. So, like I said, so to me, that's just how I took the business serious. Like, I wore a suit. I pretended like I actually had like the blue shirt, like you would see somebody that worked for Spectrum. And the whole nine, period. To play the part, to be the part. And I also come up with, and we did everything improv, so it wasn't no script. But yeah, that's just how I took it. I took the business serious. Mm-hmm. So to me, in this day and age, when I see people that don't take it serious, maybe I'm just an old fogey. I'm like, do you know how much shit they had to go through to get into this business, and y'all getting handed to you, and this is how you treat it?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all can go screw yourselves, man. Period. So, like I said, but this podcasting, I'm loving it though.
Okay, good. So who's been your favorite? You have any top podcasts I was just like, oh my gosh?
You talking about podcasts that I like to listen to?
No, on yours. Who's been your favorite guest?
Who's my favorite guest? Of course you, and I'm not just saying it because you on here. So that's obvious because I asked you to come back, and you will be coming back again. Marie Daly, Princess Havoc, Billy Pilgrim, he is hilarious. Oh my God. Sarah J, she is a beautiful person. Because like sometimes for me, dealing in the music industry, and you meet somebody that might be like a celebrity or on top of the game, sometimes they can complete ass.
Yeah.
Ego and the whole nine. No, she is a complete sweet heart. My favorite one was, I got to say my favorite guest, I had to say was Lucia Gabriella. We talked about Tantra, energy, because she did this breathing technique with a guy that made the guy orgasm. Oh. So, and she's a life coach. She actually told me about that she had cancer and she healed herself through meditation, working with her tantra, her chi, her energy, and I'm a big proponent of that because the energy you put out there, sometimes you get back. Yeah. Period. That's why I learned, and I said this to myself, and I had this conversation with my wife. I said, nah, when you're in this business, you got to, if you bring in the smoke, you got to be prepared to catch the smoke. Yeah. So to me, it's kind of like, she was one of my favorite ones, and I got to say my baby girl Gracie, because she's like so bubbly, it's not even funny. And it's just so cute when she talks or what have you. And it's like, and like like I said, it's not a bad one to me. I really never had a bad one that.
Okay.
I mean, I had some that I had to work some magic to pull stuff out of them because not everybody are comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Talking.
Not everybody is comfortable with just talking and just having a conversation.
Yeah. And that's really a part of what we do.
Yeah.
So, but it's just what's crazy is like right now, like I'm just nervous because I'm like, wait a second. This is like my second podcast that I'm on, and I'm not hosting it. Because I'm so used to hosting a podcast. I'm like, I'm in my mind, like, yeah, I'm gonna ask her this. Wait a second. I'm not the damn host.
So when's your birthday?
April 21st. I'm a Taurus with Aries traits.
Okay.
Yeah, so and I'm 46 years old. You know what I'm saying? So sorry, people. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to cut up, but I'm just getting off work, so y'all can get over it. You know, pretty. I know I'm pretty, slightly pretty, but I'm pretty. But no, but like I said, I mean, even with you, I mean, see, I got to get to my Jose. So, what you love about podcasting? Because I'm sorry, let's keep it real. You, in my opinion, is one of the top up and coming podcasters in the game. I throw that rose at you. There you go. There you go. Now, seriously, because from watching you and stuff, that's why I said you're also a mentor to me because I'm also learning from you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? You know, cause I was like, I want to wear the hat backwards today. See, I wasn't going to wear the hat backwards, and you know what I'm saying, for respect for you. But yeah, even to how you with your interview style and the whole nine, and you know your tentativeness, it's like it feels good to see people that's doing porn, that's webcamming, that's in our line of work doing this medium.
Yeah. You
know what I'm saying? And because people don't realize this is a medium that pushes mediums.
Mm-hmm.
You know, exactly. Because to me, I'm like even when I came into it, I came in with no expectations. Everything that has happened has been organic. I have not planned shit. I'm dead serious. I didn't even plan. Trust me, I ended up on Anchor by accident. I was on Podbean.
I want to check them out, but what do I love about this? I just like talking. I like talking. I've liked that I've met friends. Like I'll interview them and then we'll become close and they'll be my friend. I like getting my name out there. I like some of the people that I've met because I probably wouldn't have met them if I hadn't have done the podcast.
That's funny that you said that too. Because I always say this. If I approached all the girls that I have approached as male talent, would have never talked to them. Not a conversation, not a cup of coffee, no nothing. Mm-hmm. But as a podcaster, I had them on the show multiple times. Actually, some of them about to have their own show. Like, Princess she about to have Cause and Havoc. And Marie Daly had the Marie Daly Report. And then me and my man Billy Pilgrim, we're doing Pilgrim on Wrestling. Period.
But so yeah, I like big shout out to Crip Mac because my viewers have been going up because
yes, they have.
He posted me 2 days. Well, he posted me almost a month ago, but he posted me 2 days ago and it went to like 40,000 views in just 2 days. And that has brought so much traction to my OnlyFans. My YouTube subscribers are going up. So, you know, big shout out to him. He held my podcast. He held my podcast more than anybody. And I've had some big name rappers come on here and producers that I thought were gonna help, and the views just aren't there. He came on. He's like, he's a good man. Yeah. I wish he would get that shit off his forehead. You know, walk around talking about no Hoover killer. Because he's really what I wish people would see. Like, he really is a good person. He got a good heart, and he's trying to give back to people, trying to help people out. So
Mhm.
just, I hope big blessings to him because he has
Yeah,
my podcast.
yeah. Because I mean, it's like I think the biggest thing that I really get out of it is it's kind of like a therapy in many ways because you get to talk to someone, y'all get to chat, and for a moment you get to step away from the world. Just
Mhm.
you just in the midst of hosting and talking to them. Even if you're doing a podcast to yourself, 'cause I do episodes where I'm just by myself, you know, but it's therapeutic because it's like because sometimes I can have a bad day. Like right now, I was tired of shit. As soon as I saw your face, it was like, it's going down. Let's do
Yeah.
it. Because it's like to me, and also we become a part of people's daily routine in life. You know what I'm saying? Like, trust me, you might have some fans right now that if you don't drop for a week, they're lost. For
Yeah.
real, they're lost.
Yeah.
They're lost. You know what I'm
We
saying?
definitely gotta keep up. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, trust me, I know. So it's like that. What people that what people I'm like. I don't think people don't understand when it comes to what we do. How it's like it is a lot we do have to put into it. Because even with me, like I said, I walked in with no expectations, but I thought it was like it's not necessarily easy, but okay, where's the difficulty at?
Mhm.
I said the only thing I saw was now you at the time when I stepped in, you can't make money because they ain't monetized nothing yet.
Yeah,
But
and I think it's I'm not at a point where I'm getting monetized from it, but I'm about to get
mhm,
there because my subscribers have been going up on YouTube. You gotta get to a
mhm,
thousand subscribers first. So
mhm,
it's a hard process, but if you stay consistent, you will definitely get there.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It takes work. It takes a lot of work. You know, that's why it's like to me the people that I see that's doing this that they is like me. They come from that type of background. You know, it's just funny how many porn stars male porn stars I talked to that used to rap and do music and still do it. I said, well, damn, is that the segue? You have to be a rapper to do porn? you, your career didn't necessarily pop off with the music, but so hey, yeah, you became the shit in porn though. Hey,
Hmm.
but I think everybody has their niche and their path,
Yeah,
and
for sure. I'd agree. So is there
yeah.
anything else you want to promote here on the podcast?
Well, let's see. I mean, because I don't want to be that dude that I remember Manny B was complaining about when the guests was like, man, they always just keep pumping their podcast, keep pumping the podcast. I was like, I don't
Hey.
want to be like that. But nah, just check me out.
Okay, I'm gonna put all his
It's
links down
yeah,
below, so they'll be able to go
yeah,
subscribe and
yeah,
check out
yeah.
check you out.
Yeah, the links is down in her description, what have you. Just check me out. Let me know what I'm saying. It's the Smokers Lounge. Smoke this over. That's what STO stand for. And it's not about weed because there's always been, I'm not a smoker. So I don't know if I want to be on your podcast. It's not about smoking.
Yeah.
It's smoke this over, think this over, period. Because and how I got that was because of my the movie Hoodlums. That was the thing that Bumpy Johnson said to the Dutch Schultz black lieutenant. He like, look, come here, smoke this over, man. Y'all, when I was out, y'all had the fiercest game. How you ended up working for the Dutchman? You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So when I was coming up with the name for the podcast, I'm a smoker. I want you to think. I want to give you that mental orgasm,
Yeah.
that mental high. It's like it, my goal has been changing slightly as it been going. Is to edutainment. Shouts out to KRS-One, one of the greatest in my time frame. Edutainment. I want to entertain you while educating you.
Yeah.
Whether I have a Never porn star on it on there, or I'm by myself. You know, because I want you to leave with something for you to smoke over, something for you to think over. It might change your mind. It might make you question some things. Or it might say, or you might say to me, man, that shit don't make no sense, Bob. Get the hell out of here.
Well, shoes,
So,
I'm gonna have to have you back on here again.
most definitely. And you're going to have to come back on mine, smoke, buddy.
Oh, for sure. I'm gonna come back on when I can smoke.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I'm
yeah.
out of it now.
See now, mine is audio though. I haven't graduated video yet. I'm getting
You
there.
need to
But
get
see now,
video.
after this, I might start because
Okay.
now I kind of learned thanks to you, Zoom. Period. But
Yeah.
see, with me, I'm like this. I don't because the way it been working because organically, everything I want it to happen is organic. So when the
Yeah.
time comes, I didn't want to rush doing video.
Yeah.
Because when I do it, I want to make sure I can do it right, and it'll be consistent.
Yeah.
Because we in a marathon, not a sprint. So I want to be able to run the long haul. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Well, shoot.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
You.
no. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. This made my day. Now I can go back to work and see more shit in the toilet.